Hello, accountability buddies. I'm Les, and this is another episode of Less is More Healthy. And I know it's been a hot minute, so let's address the hot minute and why I haven't been recording. Okay, so I think it's been well over a year since I've put out a video on this channel. I don't honestly remember. I could check, but I don't feel like bothering right now in this moment. And so here I am. I'm out for a bike ride, and it feels really good to be out for a bike ride. Really good, like beyond good. Like I wasn't expecting it to feel this good. So, um, since I last recorded, I've had a couple of things happen. First off, part of the reason I stopped recording is a family member of mine went into the hospital, and they were in the hospital for a couple of months actually, and something had to give. I was visiting them every Saturday. The drive to the hospital to visit um, was an hour, and then an hour back, at least, depending on traffic. I do live in the Boston area, and 95 is a hot mess. So, yeah, I was doing a lot of traveling, doing a lot of like spending time um, at the hospital. And so, because of all of that, something had to give. And the thing that gave, as I've talked about on my other channel, was the thing that made me more healthy. In the midst of all of that, my diabetes specialist, my diabetes doctor, put me on Mounjaro. So I switched off from Ribelsis, and now I'm on Mounjaro. And the good thing about the Mounjaro is that it is really handling the type 2 diabetes. Because I was traveling and gave up on a lot of the things that make me more healthy, I gained back some of the weight. Um, in addition to all of that, my other doctor, my primary care, put me on HRT to assist with perimenopausal symptoms. Basically, I wasn't able to sleep for like a couple of months. I went to the doctor. She was like, "Hey, you're at the age where you're perimenopausal. Let's try progesterone." And one of the side effects of progesterone is weight gain. So you can, in fact, eat more calories than you want to or need to on Mounjaro. And so I have gained back some weight. So when I went to visit my diabetes specialist, I was like, "Hey, I've gained weight." She was like, "Yeah, but your A1C is 5.6." I was like, "But I've gained weight." And she's like, "Your A1C is great." So now I'm back on my bike. The other thing that happened last summer, I tore my MCL. So um, on my right knee, the tendon or ligament on the inside of the knee tore. I didn't tear it in half, and it had started to repair itself by the time I was able to get in for an MRI. I did. The pain in my knee was bad enough that I did go to the ER. I had X-rays done. I do also have arthritis in that knee. Then I had an MRI. I did see a guy about that, and basically the arthritis is going to be progressive. We may seek some um, help for that eventually, but the MCL it has healed at this point. It's pretty stiff. It's still pretty sore. I'm probably going to continue to have some instability in that knee. Um, but I will say it feels a lot better today than it did last year at this time. So right after or right before I had torn my MCL, I had bought a new bike. Um, so my wife had gotten some back pay, and it allowed us to get caught up on our bills in a way we hadn't been able to before. And I made the decision that I was going, because I have progressively ridden my bikes more and more and more, that I wanted to buy a bike that actually fit me perfectly. So I did a lot of work, did a lot of research, and I knew I wanted a steel frame. I knew I wanted something that was going to fit me out of the box, and that I wasn't going to have to do a huge amount of work on. Don't get me wrong, I love puttering with my bike. I love doing work on my bike, but I really just wanted to be able to put the bars on it that I wanted, put pedals on it that I wanted, and put my rack on it. Um, and I made a couple of mistakes. So the bike I came with, it can come with either their standard saddle or with the Brooks B17. So I went all in and I bought a Brooks B17 saddle, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I hated it. It's supposed to be like break in between 300 and 500 miles. I did 300 miles on the bike and on that saddle, and it just never conformed to me. I was always uncomfortable with it. Just hated it. I really hated that saddle. So I bought a Terry saddle. I believe it's the Liberator X Gel. It feels pretty good. I've just started my rides this year. My butt's a little sore today, but I fully expect that in just a little while, it's gonna feel better. Because when I was riding it last year, it was significantly better. Um, yeah, so change in medication, family member in the hospital, gained some weight, finally, or tore my MCL, um, and yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I also had a very good friend who's been on the channel before. My friend Bruce had cancer. He's had cancer again. He's on the mend. Shout out to Bruce for being an amazing buddy. My dad had cancer. Um, Another good friend had cancer. So just like cancer all over the place. Bunch of work stuff going on back then. Now also more work stuff going on. So a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes of this channel, and trying to get my art practice back into, well, just a good practice. So I've been doing this unofficial artist in residency, just trying to get back into making art on the regular the way I used to. And that's been happening. I've put over 75 episodes out, or 75 episodes together. There's 70 episodes so far. Um, Birds have found me. The background noise, the noise reduction on this, not as good as with the DJI mic. That's the other thing. I managed to foul up my DJI mic. I don't know what I did to it. I know when I was in Maine, I accidentally muted it. I have not been get it. I read all the instructions. I've done a reset. I've reformatted it. I don't know what I've done. So yeah, just can't get any audio out of the microphone. It connects. Anyway, this channel isn't about that. Um, the birds are going crazy behind me. Yeah, so anyway, just wanted to give a quick update. My health is actually pretty good. I do have to work on my weight again. Um, I'm enjoying the bike again. My knee is feeling a lot better than it was. It still gets a little sore on occasion. My understanding from the doctor is that's to be expected with the arthritis in it. And the arthritis is what probably led to the instability in the first place. But I'm going to probably have more instability with the knee, and may end up needing more work on my knee in the future. Um, so yeah, unhappy about my knee, but feeling pretty good. I had some like work news that was pretty intense and rough the other day. Was feeling pretty conflicted about some of it. Went out for a bike ride, and it was just like, didn't make everything better, but it definitely helped. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say thanks, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.